Welcome back to the Keith Finnegan Show with Lisa Regan. I'm joined now in studio by Carmen Taheny, who's the BPW president, and this coming in May is coming.
Yes,
correct,
that's right.
Carmen?
Yeah.
You're going to be hosting the 16th European Conference for Women in Business and Leadership. Carmen, how did this come about that it's going to be on in Galway? How lucky we are.
Well, before that, I'm the national president of BPW because I want to take the limelight from Joanne Murphy, who's the Galway president. I'll be told off afterwards.
Oh,
otherwise.
don't worry, even better. He's the national president. Perfect to you, Carmen.
Back in 2013, we pitched for the conference. It's a long process because there's so many countries that go for it over the years. Every 3 years it's held in Europe. So we pitched for it, and then we were called to Brussels in 2014, where I went and I pitched again, obviously for Galway, and we were up against 4 or 5 other countries who got through with ourselves, which was Paris, Estonia, Reykjavik and Istanbul. And when I heard there was Paris, I said, oh God, girls, Paris, they'll probably get it over us. But anyway, we didn't. We won it.
Fair play to you.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
We're like a small country and a small city on the western seaboard, and we won it. So it was a huge achievement, and it's such a prestigious conference to come all the way to the west of Ireland. The first time it's ever been held in Ireland.
Wow, that's really phenomenal. It's great to get these things to Galway, even just to highlight the area even more on an international scale,
Oh, of course, yeah. And
so, Carmen, how many people would be travelling?
Well, at the moment we have 380 registrations for the conference. Now, the conference, as you know, is not till the 24th of May that weekend. So there are 380 of those. They're nearly 99% all European, because we're only opening it up now to our to the Irish people. So we're absolutely delighted with that number. It's a phenomenal number for us to get. We were expecting around 300, hoping for that. But if we have 380 now, and we've 2 months out to go, so we would love to see her reaching over 400.
Yeah, I think you definitely will, Carmen.
Well,
honestly,
don't want
that's
to say
brilliant.
yes.
I know, but I think that the numbers are in. That's really good.
I have a wonderful committee. We've done an awful lot of work in promoting it. We're very lucky with sponsorship from Fáilte Ireland, and of course KPMG, our main sponsor. They came on as well with us. So between a lot of us, we've been really
pushing it. It's great to have such a great partnership with KPMG on this as well too. I think it gives it just that extra added bonus of its importance.
Yeah, it does. Of course, just because they're a great company to have sponsoring something like that. And of course KPMG are worldwide, and particularly in Europe. So of course they actually approached us too, because they could see how prestigious the conference was, and they wanted to be on board to BPW. So we were delighted.
And I know the conference isn't until May, but in terms of the conference, what will you be looking at this year? What topics are you touching on?
We're looking at a lot of things, but what we did was, when we sat down to discuss the conference, it was 6 years ago, and every year should be fine, and we talk about it, and then all of a sudden we're a year out. So we gathered our committee together, and what was the topic going to be? So we came up with the word peace, and we broke peace down into people, education, ambition, communication and environment. So we're going to focus on all of those subjects.
And is the environment piece on that is that in relation to the cultural environment that you're creating within your office space or within your employment, or is it to do with being more sustainable and being more green in terms of your business, or is it both?
Both. We have both. We have Hildegard Nocton, obviously is coming on board with us as well. She's going to speak on the Sunday of it, all around the environment. And then we have Miriam Reynard, who's an American speaker. She's coming all the way from the States, and she's going to talk to us all around your work environment.
Right, the culture that you create.
Yes, and also we have on that same platform that day is Aoife Newton, and she's representing KPMG, and she's going to talk also about the workplace, her environment in there, and then going on to equal pay and stuff like that. So we're bringing them together like that. We've got a really great lineup of speakers for that weekend as well. We have Adamar Hines and Gary Hines, the sisters. So they're going to be on stage together, which will be really interesting. We're really looking forward to that, to see how the interaction there will be.
Would that be like a panel discussion, or would it be just, are they both talking at the same time? Is there someone facilitating that?
We have a facilitator.
Yeah.
We will be having moderators. They will be talking at the same time, but they'll be because they're actually two different career paths.
Yes,
So
completely.
it'll be very interesting to see. And we've thrown in there then as well Ellen O'Malley Dunlop from the National Women's Council, and
Excellent.
she'll come in there as well. So we're making it interesting little, how would you say, panel
It's
discussion.
just a conversation really between three brilliant women.
Yeah, and all of our things are like that. We also have the President of Malta, Mary Louise Calero Preca, and she's going to open the conference with Francesca Burak, who's a fearless talent development, and they're going to speak together with Josephine Fehley from Chair of the Policing Association. So we're going to put that in where obviously there's a lot of refugees and that coming into Malta. We have Francesca, who's worked with a lot of Syrian refugees, and then Josephine is going to come in talking about the policing in the countries, and we're going to mix them all together. So another interesting
Very
thing
much
on
so.
stand.
And Carmen, what's the link with Malta in terms of
We have a very vibrant BPW in Malta.
network there?
Yeah,
Huge.
huge.
Okay, wonderful.
We're not huge. As in membership, they have about 30 members. Powerful, very, very powerful women in Malta, and she has come on board with us over the last 4 or 5 years, and or whatever presidency. I think it's finishing up soon, just after she's been at the conference, and she's really wants to get involved. So she was only delighted when we asked her to speak. So we had to pick on the one, try to put them all together. So we've another American speaker as well, Larissa Miller.
Yeah.
She's the CEO of Phoenix Global. We have a lot of we have our own Evelyn O'Toole here from CLS. She's going to speak.
Yeah,
as well.
of course, you have to be represented by locally, sure, of course, as well.
As well as I said already, Hildegard, and of course Geraldine Swarbrick, who's director of Inglot Cosmetics in Ireland and the UK. She's
Huge
going to
company.
speak. Yeah, so we've a lot of good speakers, and we're really delighted with them.
There will be a lot of take-homes from that, Carmen, as in you'd really want to be listening those days, because there's some seriously impressive women that you have on that lineup.
Very good. As well as that, though, we've a really impressive workshops over 2 days. A lot of workshops.
The workshops can actually be great as well, because you can actually get a lot covered in them on a more kind of one-to-one basis as well too.
Yeah, I've been at a few of these workshops in Zurich and in Sorrento when I went to the other conferences, but one that always took my... I've asked her in particular to come this year. She's actually a BPW member to speak on child marriage. That's a really good one. Negotiation techniques for women, women's future empowerment. There's a lot of equal pay for equal value, a lot of different workshops. We have 20 workshops over the 2 days as well. So all women, women on boards, powerful secrets for using your brand impact, all of that kind of stuff. So it's really interesting to women. It's actually one of the first women conferences in Ireland that has touching on all of these kind of topics together with your European colleagues. It's not just all Irish women. We have obviously a lot of Europeans, so that's where you're delighted to first, as I said before, to win it, but we know it's going to be a really big successful conference because of all the topics,
Yeah, but it's also great for Galway in an economic sense. You're bringing a lot of beds, bed night stays, and people to the city that might not have been here before, and then they go back and they take a lot home from Galway as well too.
That's right.
You're having it in NUIG?
NUIG is the conference. NUI Galway now is the proper name for it. Been changed to NUI Galway.
Okay, this is point noted now this morning, Carmen.
And Anne Duggan in there has been amazingly helpful. So she heads up the conference area. Then the Galmont Hotel is the main for the gala dinner on Saturday night, and the main really hub of the conference for most of the delegates, along with the Merrick Hotel. And then we are having our farewell party out in the Salt Hill Hotel. So we're kind of dividing them up among as much as we can. The Foster Court has come on board, and also the Arslon Hotel have given us rooms as well. So we're just trying to
spread it around
as much as we can. And of course the hostels, because we have a young BPW membership as well. These are for 18 to 35-year-olds.
For young entrepreneurs.
And they're coming. We've 45 of those already registered from all over Europe. So we have 20, there's 30,000 members internationally in BPW. 20,000 of them are in Europe.
Wow. So
we have a lot of young BPW coming in. They have their own programme to run alongside us, but they join us for certain things as well. So that's another interesting 18 to 35. They've some amazing things they're going to discuss about.
Yes, and Carmen, how did you, when you think of BPW, I mean, you're very passionate, I can see that with yourself. What led you to get involved in this organisation? Was it through business? Was it through wanting to connect more with women that were in business? Or what led you to BPW?
I was actually introduced to BPW by the late Anne Ryan. I wanted to get involved with, I wanted to make friendships with different women.
Were you self-employed or was it in industry?
No, I wasn't self-employed actually at the time. I was actually, returned to work after having reared my family. And I actually worked for a charity. So as a corporate account manager, but I needed to mix, and I suppose as well as that, you wanted to get in with other people that would be obviously help your career as well.
Yeah.
And the late Anne Ryan introduced me to BPW, and she gave me a job, and that's what it is with BPW. You get a job straight away, and she involved me with the women's competition we had at the time, and then I got involved in that. Then I got involved in the annual summer lunch, and then after all of a sudden it was 2010, 6 years later, and I was Galway president, and I remember thinking, how did this happen?
Yeah.
And then it continues on, and then I was national president in 2012, and because we had won the pitch for the European Conference in 2014, when my term was up, I did 3 years that year because who was to take over from me needs a year out, and they asked me, will I come back for the conference to do the 2 years? So this is my last stint. People think, how long has she been national president?
How long is that one there for? Yeah,
but Moira McMahon, who's actually the finance officer of the conference, in other words, she won't give you any money at all. You have to beg for it for this conference. She's really looking after
She's good at the purse strings.
Yeah, she's coming in as national president after me, and she will be longer than I'm in the club, and she also did a stint as Galway president. So it's you come up the ranks if you want to. If you don't, you can just enjoy all the other things we do, like we provide a safe environment for women, who come together to share knowledge and for each other, you know what I mean, help each other. Like, we're Galway Club is 34 years old. We're 58 years in Ireland, so we have a Tullamore Club and a Dublin Club as well, but Galway is the largest. We're the most vibrant women in Galway.
Yes, well, in the West you will, you know well we are, but it is true that it's all about connections and also making connections with people. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what life is all about, personally and professionally, and it's getting to know people. And it mightn't be someone in your same sector, but it'd be lovely to chat to them, even whatever they're doing.
Exactly.
And you facilitate that.
Yeah, we help women out too, and we mentor women, and there's always someone at the end of the line, even if it's not even to do with your own work, because you're friends from BPW. We're very close knit group, but at the same time we welcome people in all the time to the club. We really I suppose I'm an older end of the club now, so we have Joanne Murphy, who's really vibrant, and she's the new president, and we're bringing we like to hand on as well. We don't hold it to ourselves, just hand on, and I embrace what they're doing now, obviously different aspects of it, like we're all in social media and all of that now. So when I was Galway president, there wasn't really such a thing as social media then, and it was only coming online. Now we're full of it, and it's great. We can see that to do with the conference and all of that, how much it's helping us.
Yeah, everything has changed so much in terms of business and metrics and everything there. And since you've been involved in business and now, do you think that things are changing for the better in terms of gender equality and in terms of how we're going forward as a collective, and not just women isolated on it, as men and women are working together now? Do you see that it's a time of change, or do you think that we're on the cusp of something, that we are going to see this change that we so deserve and that the world needs?
Yeah, we are on the cusp of it. We're not there yet.
Absolutely
and
not.
I know you were talking about the lean in, and I think, yes, we still have to do some of that. I think men are sitting up now, and I suppose they're thinking, well, yes, they're watching the younger men coming up with their own families, with their own daughters. They see, okay, right, things are changing, and I think we'll still have to fight to get to that glass ceiling, but there is more women in that, like then the CEO of Bank of Ireland, Francesca McDonagh, is a woman. There's the Ulster Bank CEO is a lady. So it is happening. It's still happening slowly. It might never happen fast enough for women, but women are like multitasking. We want it to happen now, but I think it will. It is, yes, definitely we're on a cusp of change. Yeah, I can see that. We can see that in our own organisation, even when we're approaching people, or in the, on the way some of our members in the workforce are actually going up the ladder now, where before it just wasn't happening.
Yeah. And do you think then, like, in the years down the line, because I think that we've a serious battle ahead of us, but do you think down the line that we won't have to have these gender specific groups, like networking opportunities for women, that everything will just be together? It won't be just that. It'll have to be, because there had to be a BPW for women. That actually had to,
1920,
that platform had to start, because women needed that. But do you think that, like, maybe in a future down the line, that we won't need to have individualised networks and say that there will come a day when there actually is gender equality in our workforce?
I don't know whether I could see that happening. Sorry now, but
you don't have to apologise. It's a genuine question.
I think we'll always need it, no matter how much we progress. And I think men always will have that little men's club, and we'll never be allowed into that. I think we'll always need our network to support one another.
Yeah.
You see, women are really great supporters of one another, and they're great at talking it out. And where men just keep quiet a lot of the times. And I think I think we'll always have women's networks and groups and all of that. Yeah, I think that's myself now in my lifetime. Of course,
absolutely.
I'm not that young now, so
Carmen, you're fine. Don't be silly. But it is that too. But I think that you've touched on something very nice there. I think the support word is really nice, and I think we can all do a little support in every aspect of our lives. So I just think that it's really nice that this is out there. But I just do want to congratulate you for winning this conference and bringing it to Galway. And I think it's a huge achievement.
Well, it's a huge achievement personally, but it wasn't just me.
I know.
There's a team behind me.
Yeah.
I must always stress that, because as an individual, you don't do these things without. You're only as good as your team, and I'm only as good. I might be chairing the project now, when I might have stood up and pitched for it, but I had a team who helped me put it all together. And again, I have do it in May. So, all our information about the whole conference is on bpwireland.ie, and you can register for the whole weekend, or there's a link on it now for Eventbrite. You can register just for a day. You just take a look at the whole site anyway. It's great.
Super. So, Carmen, just to finish on that then, can people who are not members of the BPW can they attend even workshops if they register online?
Yes, once they register, it's gone up. An Eventbrite link went up this morning on the homepage of bpwireland.ie.
Super.
And you can go in there and you can register for 1 day or 2 days, or just for the Saturday, just for the Sunday, or whatever. Or else you can register on the main register press button for the 3 days. You don't have to be. There's a tick box to say member or not member.
So you can opt in, opt out.
Yeah, we're really encouraging women outside of our own European colleagues, especially in Ireland, to take the opportunity now and come to May Bank Holiday, or no, it's not the May Bank Holiday weekend, the weekend before it, sorry. Come and actually participate in this conference, because you may not get a chance again. I think it's the first time, it's the 16th one. We've had the first time it's ever come to Ireland, at the 16th one, and I can't see it coming again. Well, I can't see myself anyway.
You're not going to be involved in the next one, Carmen.
No. Oh my God, I probably
you'll be wrecked. You'll be still recovering from this. So Europe is coming to Galway. We have this massive opportunity. So if anybody wants to get involved, check out BPW Ireland online, and all the information is there.
Yes, it is. Thank you so
Carmen,
much.
thank you for joining me this morning. I really present all the best for the conference. I think it's going to be mighty.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Galway Talks with Keith Finnegan, in association with Western Motor Forward with Volkswagen and Discover.